Hello friends, this video on rational numbers part 12 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So here we have question number 3. Which of the following pairs represent the same rational number? Minus 16 by 20 and 20 by minus 25. Now in order to see which is that number which is actually represented by this rational number, what we need to do? We need to convert this number to its standard form. So now what we will try to do, we will try to convert both of these rational numbers to their standard form. And how do we convert them into standard form? By finding out the HCF between the numerator and the denominator. So this is one number and this is another number. So for this number, the HCF of 16 and 20, that's what you have to find out. So let us list down all the factors of 16. So 16 has factors 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. What about the factors of 20? They are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. So which is the highest common factor? So the highest common factor is 4. So what do? We divide the numerator and the denominator by the highest common factor, which is 4. So what do we get? Minus 16 divided by 4 is minus 4 and 20 divided by 4 is 5. So this rational number is now in its standard form. So this basically means that minus 16 by 20 actually represents this number minus 4 by 5. Okay. Now in a similar way, let us try to find out the HCF between the numerator and denominator of this number. That is, we have to find out HCF of 20 and 25. So let's list down the factors of 20. They are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. What about 25? So for 25 it is 1, 5 and 25. So which is the highest common factor? Nothing but 5. So what we will do now? We again divide the numerator and the denominator by 5. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. 25 minus 25 divided by 5 is minus 5. So 4 by minus 5. So 4 by minus 5 is basically equal to minus 4 by 5 if you multiply the numerator and the denominator by minus 1. So this is what you will get. So now just try to compare. Do you think that both these numbers represent the same rational number? Yes, because both these rational numbers when converted to their standard form gives the same number. That means they represent the same rational number. Now let us look at the second pair of number, 1 by 3 and minus 1 by 9. So if you look at both of these numbers, you see that both of them are in their standard form. How do we know? Because when you try to find out the HCF between 1 and 3, you see it is 1. Similarly, when you try to find out the HCF between 1 and 9, you see that is also 1. So basically, they do not have any other common factor except 1. So that shows that these two numbers are in their standard form and they are different. 1 by 3 and minus 1 by 9, they are not the same. So they are different. Therefore, these two rational numbers, they do not represent the same rational number. Question number 4. Rewrite the following rational numbers in the simplest form. So basically again we have to write it in their standard form. So for that what we do, the first step is to find out HCF of the numerator and the denominator, that is 44 and 72. So let us list down their factors. So 44 has 1, 2, 4, 11, 22 and 44. In a similar way, when you list down the factors of 72, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 18, 24, 36 and 72. So by prime factorization, you can find out their factors. Now, which is the highest common factor? So the highest common factor that we see here is 4. So therefore, what do? We divide the numerator and the denominator by 4. And we get minus 11 divided by 18. So this is the simplest form, because if you now try to find out the common factors between 11 and 18, you would see that there is no other common factor except 1. That means it is in its standard form. Question number 5. Fill in the boxes with the correct symbol out of greater than, less than and equal to. So here we are comparing quantities. So 1 by minus 3 and minus 1 by 4. So here these are two rational numbers, two negative rational numbers with different denominators. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to convert them into same denominator form. So how do we do that? So let's have a look. So 1 by minus 3 is basically minus 1 by 3. So this is one number, the other number is minus 1 by 4. So let's find out the LCM of both the denominators. So the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. So we have to find out such a number so that when you divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number, your denominator of the result is 12. So 3 into 4 is 12. So you multiply the numerator also by 4. So you get minus 4 by 12. For the second rational number, minus 1 by 4, again you multiply it with such a rational number that the denominator of the result is 12. So 4 into 3 is 12. So numerator also you multiply by 3. So you get minus 3 by 12. So 1 by minus 3 is basically minus 4 by 12. Minus 1 by 4 is basically minus 3 by 12. Now we know that 4 is greater than 3. Therefore, minus 4 would be less than minus 3. That is what we have learned, right? That the moment you change the sign, so the relationship also reverses. So now minus 4 by 12 is less than minus 3 by 12. So what is minus 4 by 12? It is actually minus 1 by 3. So minus 1 by 3 is minus 4 by 12 is nothing but minus 1 by 3. So minus 1 by 3 is less than minus 1 by 4. The next one is 0 is greater than or less than minus 7 by 6. Now we have seen that any positive number will always be greater than the negative number. So 0 will also be greater than minus 7 by 6. Here you have a negative number and a positive number. In this case also we know that the positive number will always be greater than the negative number. Question number 6. Write 4 more rational numbers in each of the following patterns. Minus 3 by 5, minus 6 by 10, minus 9 by 15, minus 12 by 20. So what would be the next numbers? So can you, by looking at it or by observing it, can you tell how are these numbers increasing? So if you look at it carefully, you would see that this is your first number. If you multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 2, you get minus 6 by 10, which is your second number. Now, if you would have multiplied minus 3 by 5 by 3, both numerator and denominator, you would have got minus 9 by 15, which is the third number. Similarly, if you would have multiplied the numerator and denominator by 4, you would have got minus 12 by 20, which is the fourth number. So basically, how is this series increasing? By multiplying minus 3 by 5 with 2, 3 and 4 respectively. So what would be the next numbers? So for the next number, we need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 5. So we would get minus 15 by 25. So this would be our next number, that is minus 15 by 25. If we want even the next number, then we would multiply the numerator and denominator by 6. So that would give us minus 18 divided by 30. So for the next one, we would multiply the numerator and denominator by 7, which would give us minus 21 by 35. And finally, the next one, we have to multiply by 8. So we get minus 24 divided by 40. So basically minus 15 by 25, minus 18 by 30, minus 21 by 35 and minus 24 by 40. So these are the 4 rational numbers in this pattern. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. You can learn with a simple 4-step learning process wherein you can watch video lessons, you can ask your questions, you can refer notes, and you can take a free online test. We have content for class 6 to 12 on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology along with practical videos. So please subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you.